Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 303 of the Blathering Live. I'm Cat Napzok here on a Monday. We are getting your week started wrong, and we're going to somehow get through it all. I'm Cat Napzok. You might remember me from such things as that one thing on the internet you watched when you were in high school, but I'm still here, still alive, and happy to be hanging out with my Blathering community. Won't you be a part of it? Won't you come hang out? Share your life's darkest secrets with us? Confess. It's Thursday. You become a YouTube channel member, you get to call into the show. Patreon supporters at patreon.com/catnapzok get to call into the show. And both of you get the exclusive voice mailbox. That's right. We're going to play a couple of those today. Got some, actually, I was going to say, we do have some great ones. I don't even know what they are. I do not even know what we got. We've got not a lot to get to today, but also a ton to get to today. Look at that. Laserbolt said, hey, look, my goal today was one super chat and I'd smile big. Ding. Thank you, Laserbolt. You're the best. Everyone check out Laserbolt and his Friday night flights. I want to see how far. We got to do some sort of Laserbolt goal. Laserbolt, what's your next subscriber plateau that we want to hit? We're going to see if you do that. We'll have you we'll chart a flight path for you. We're going to gamify it. Addie's back today. She's been traveling to take care of some stuff. She'll be here hanging out with us here. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get a producer Steve into the show here, figuring it all out. All right, here we go. I think I'm looking pretty clear here today, buddy.
You look fantastic, Ken. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Yeah, I want in on one of these Laserbolt flights. I've got a joystick. Let's do something, Laserbolt. Let's do a I'll be your co-pilot or something. We'll figure something out. We'll have some fun.
I would love to do that. I'd love to make them fly out of maybe my hometown airport, San Luis Obispo Airport, just see where we can send them. That'd be the starting point. We'll come up with this. Laserbolt,
I like this.
Think about it. Think about what your goals are going to be. It's a Monday, Steve, and I'm always happy to be here. I was up. I didn't fall asleep till I didn't even try to fall asleep till 3 a.m. And then I didn't sleep well. Then I woke up kind of early and then working. Life's so hard. And I tried to take a nap. My dog barked 45 minutes during the nap. Wouldn't let me nap. And I'm kind of grouchy today, Steve. Do you think we can get through the show without me grouching out?
I hope so. I mean, if I throw in the towel on your grouching outness, it's really bad. But no, I think we'll get through it. It is Monday. I'll give you some slack.
Yeah. You know what I had right before the show? And if I was thinking sometimes Jared, the Tide pilot, signs in early to get calls, he would have seen me eating pudding. I had some vanilla pudding.
Vanilla pudding?
Yeah.
Snack pack.
What is your feeling on if given the option in a normal dessert setting? So I went to a birthday party Saturday. Happy birthday to my friend Jessica. Congratulations to her on a recent engagement too. Two different kinds of cake. Now I'll get to the end, Steve. I had both of them, but one chocolate, one like a vanilla strawberry cream kind of thing. Under normal circumstances, where are you drawn to in that situation?
Chocolate. I have a chocolate thing. Yeah.
Really?
It's a consistency thing. It's kind of like, going to a McDonald's anywhere in the world, you know what you're gonna get. I know what I'm gonna get with a piece of chocolate cake or a chocolate pudding cake, something like that. There's more risk involved with that strawberry cream, whatever it is.
I get where you're coming from. This isn't a debate. It's personal preference, obviously. The consistency argument is chocolate it's become overwhelming for me. Chocolate blank, donut, cake, cupcake, it's become overwhelming. I don't know what that says.
If you try the strawberry cream and confirm that it's safe and okay, then I'll have some. But yeah, no, if you're giving me like those first instinct choices, I'm just, you know me, man. I'm not taking a lot of risks here when it comes to the food realm.
Which is because we would describe you as vanilla, and you don't want vanilla. You're so vanilla, you don't want vanilla.
Well, I mean, chocolate is pretty vanilla, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I had both, but if it's telling, I had one of the chocolate, two of the vanilla. So there you go.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Okay.
Ozvetnik Ethan says, why not make it a debate?
Balance.
Fight. And then we got Boop. We got Boop coming here with a classy take, French vanilla. Boop put a finger up in the air on that one. Yeah,
I like French kind of with Boop though, because French vanilla is the best of the vanillas. Let's be honest, it really is. It holds the. Yeah. There's a French flag at the top of Vanilla Mountain.
Yeah, French vanilla is the chocolate of vanilla. It's at the top.
Now I'm getting confused. Now I'm just getting really confused.
Is tonight the night that Donald Trump goes to basketball?
Tonight is the night that Donald Trump goes to basketball, and everyone. I mean, I think I am the only person in the entire world, Ken, outside of the Spurs fandom, rooting against the Knicks as hard as I am.
Yeah.
But I'm really thinking that him going to the game, the owner of the Knicks and the commissioner of basketball being really excited about him going to the game. I'm really hoping that this is just like the ultimate sports curse of all sports curses, Ken, where the Knicks are up 2-0 in the finals. They haven't won since the Nixon administration.
Yeah.
And this would be incredible if they somehow lost this game with Trump in attendance, and then it goes on to mean that they lose the series. It would just be the perfect amount of karma I need right now.
I know the Spurs coach is not Popovich anymore, right? Popovich is
he's kind of just like a grandfather over the organization at this point. He kind of sits in a box with like Tim Duncan and Duncan. Like it's kind of like an episode of Game of Thrones. Like they're just kind of up there in the area, and Duncan is like whispering things into Pop's ear, and you're like, who are they going to kill? Like what is happening?
But Pop was and probably still is, but was very outspoken. Against Trump and the administration and just social issues in general. So if he's there, he's got to be like, he'll probably be booing the loudest, but maybe some karma will step in. I got nothing against the Knicks fans in this scenario. They're not choosing for this to happen to them. It's causing so much problems. It's just, Trump has shown up at other events, as we know, and it just never with this much pregame hoopla. So it's going to go bad, like in terms of booing. I want to be clear. CIA, in terms of booing, it's going to go bad.
They're canceling the literal hoopla, though.
Yes.
Like the Knicks fans have been congregating outside of Madison Square Garden because, it's expensive to go to finals games. So your regular old John Knickerbocker fan doesn't have, I had to be really careful with that one, doesn't have the money to go to a finals game at Madison Square Garden, just like, on a Monday night. So everyone's been going to these fan meetups all around the stadium and all around downtown New York. And they've got them shut down because they're worried about crowds and stuff with the president there. So it's now they're even more mad because we've now class warfare has hit basketball.
Yes, it has.
Like it's even, we can't escape it anywhere.
I think class warfare has hit sports. I'm still livid about that $18 $17-$18 hamburger I had at Dodger Stadium. I'm still like,
was it at least good?
I was talking about it with Taffeta last night. It came up and I was just like, let me tell you about that food. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, $18 for a burger. Like my dad. Remember my dad lost it because Baskin Robbins was like 65 cents a cup. And he was walking down the street. He's like, a man can't take his family to ice cream. That was the 80s. I feel good. Boobenheim wants to know, can we get Danhausen to curse Trump too, or is that like cursing your boss? I think so. Do you know who Danhausen is, Steve?
I don't. Who's Danhausen, Ken? Educate me.
He's a professional wrestler that weighs about 135 pounds, and he has gotten over, and I think it's a good thing he has. He comes out in like he's basically like a face paint, like he's a comical vampire. And he comes out and he just goes, "You are cursed," and it's pure comedy. Wrestling needs comedy characters like him, but it's gotten over in a big way. And I think it could be.
I just Googled him.
You Google Danhausen? Yeah.
What are we doing?
Vermont Mike is a fat house at a den. I get really cynical on pro wrestling. I really do, but I do love. It needs to have characters like this, and I like that he's gotten over with the crowd. And I think there's Danhausen. He'll start to catch on. I think the general public, now that he's with the big company, he's in the big leagues. Sorry, AEW fans, they're not the big leagues. Now that he's with the big leagues, I think you'll start seeing him catch on it. You'll know about it. You'll be at a PTA meeting. Or you know what you're gonna do, Steve? You're gonna be at that crossing guard and be like, "You are cursed," and you're gonna do it. I know you're gonna do it.
He was doing this today, waving everything.
Yep, he was
with his open glove with the stop sign, just
Steve,
doing like this. Like, that's not good. This means
mild-mannered Steve against the retired volunteer crossing guard is my favorite wrestling story right now.
Are you familiar with recently passed away Congressman Jerry Connolly from Virginia, Ken? Because if you can imagine him or just Google him, that is exactly what this crossing guard looks like. He was about 80 or so years old. That's literally what this guy
represented. Jerry
Connolly with a G.
Jerry Connolly. Okay.
That's what the crossing guard looks like. So just imagine me just hitting him with a steel chair. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. It's the mustache. You got to bring a picture.
It's there. That's why it's
It's
same
the
stat.
Southern mustache. Is what it is.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of those around here.
It's a dad stash. My dad had. That's the one he had for years. He still has. He still has. So speaking of one thing to talk about Trump here. This Trump on Meet the Press. With was it Welker, right? Is the
Kristen Welker?
Kristen Welker. Thank you. Also, check out Steve and I's conversation on the death of the Fourth Estate on Blathering backstage this weekend. This was, I got to tell you, so let's set the context for those that aren't following along. Trump goes on Meet the Press, the venerable Meet the Press. Kristen Welker's talking to him, and then voter fraud comes up, and she starts pressing him because he keeps saying, it's clearly evident. And she's like, what evidence? And he finally loses it. He yanks off his lapel mic, his lav. Notice he wasn't holding it in his hand like he was on an Instagram wheel, and he crushes it. He broke the mic. I think accidentally. I'll give him that. I don't think he was stamping his foot, but he threw it on the ground and he stepped on it. That's on it. And he walked out of the interview. Steve, as a journalistic fan and a former journalism student, your take on this presidential breakdown?
Yeah, this was one of those, in a normal world, I'm so sick of saying this, in a normal world, this would be headline front to page news for weeks on end. They would never stop talking about this. This would be the defining moment of his presidency as far as how he interacts with the press, but it's literally just a Sunday morning now. So, but this was a lot. We've never seen quite this much rage from him. I think this is really hard for the folks who were like, oh, we couldn't elect Hillary or Harris because, women are too emotional. They can't handle hard questions or figuring, you know what I mean? It's like, all of that aside, he called her crooked. He called CBS, ABC, NBC, and CNN crooked. He called her darling and then walked out. So it's just we hit, every conspiracy theories, authoritarianism, misogyny, we were just check, and he's out the door. It was like a stand-up routine. You're right. This would be defining, right? This would be career defining and maybe breaking. If you look at some of the presidents of recent memory who have stuff like this, Nixon sweating on a debate is still talked about when you talk about Nixon's performance, his legacy. But it's like you're almost like, oh, at least he didn't drop a nuke during this one. All right, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Right. Yeah.
And and I think she did a wonderful job. She stayed in the pocket like a quarterback facing the rush, right? She stayed in the pocket.
Yes.
All the time.
And a lot of credit to her because up until yesterday, I've actually been a bit critical of Welker. I thought she has been a little soft in scenarios like this previously. When she interviewed Vance, she could have gone harder. I think she's similar with Homan when she interviewed him. But I thought she did really, really well considering it was Trump. The kind of journalist I aspired to be, Ken, when I was in journalism school was the kind where we all would have been in a newsroom. I remember in internships I had where there were meetings that weren't like this, but there was the mentality of no one answered and no one asks a single question until he answers the last question that she asked him.
Right.
You keep asking that last, that is how you beat this sort of refusal to answer to the people sort of a thing and make a spectacle of the whole thing is, in a sane world, in the West Wing ideologic world that I grew up in, Ken, the next White House press conference with Caroline Leavitt or with whoever the hell's up there, they would all just ask the exact same question and nothing else, and then they'd get all told to walk out until it's just Newsmax and OWN left and the pillow guy.
Yeah. My Pillow network. I agree with that. That they should just keep pressing them. And I think part of the I haven't. I remember the Tom Homan interview. I know what you're talking about, and some of it. Here's what I say. Tell me your opinion on like she didn't press as hard, right? And I understand what you're saying and think you're right. But sometimes I got to imagine, hey, you just there's some sort of sense of decorum you're holding on to, right? It's an interview. We're doing our things, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're not necessarily normal times anymore, so that decorum doesn't need to be held on to as much.
Exactly.
But I think, in particular with this one, the voter fraud, because we also always got to remember what 2020, January 6th, 2021 was about, and what they say and how they still refer to it. It is when he gets so red faced, dare I say orange faced, and he's just like, I don't need the evidence is clear. It's clear. And then you have Mike Johnson. This is all in regards to Spencer Pratt in Los Angeles in the mayoral race. We'll talk about in a second. Even Mike Johnson has a quote. I am paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me yet. I will for tomorrow's show with Pat. But it is he's basically saying it's just what's going on in LA. It's so clear. I can't even prove it. Is what he actually said. Like that's so when it comes to that, I don't think she had a choice. I think in her head, she's like, I'm talking to a crazy person. I've got to get him. I got to nail him down. Give me the evidence. Give me the evidence. You don't got it. You don't got it. It's crazy.
They've released more evidence for aliens, like literally. Actually, we've actually seen more evidence about aliens in the last 6 months than we have for the voter fraud.
Yep. You know what, Steve? I will agree with you. There's more evidence for something completely made up than this voter
fraud. Something else that's completely made up.
It's completely made up. So for those that what's tracking it is or what's causing it, if you haven't been tracking it, I should say, is the mayoral election. That's hard to say. Mayoral election in Los Angeles, which I could not participate in. Just so we're all clear. I live in LA County, but not LA City. So basically, it comes down between the incumbent Karen Bass, who the reputation, the thought is she's doing a bad job. I can't take away that flame. Well, I shouldn't say that because the fires. I shouldn't say that. Can't take away that notion from someone. But also, statistics show that she's cleaned up some of the issues that they're worried about. But statistics don't matter when you're talking about stuff in public when it comes to politics, right? The soundbite works. You got Karen Bass, you got Nithe Raman, who's a city council person, and she's running. And then basically it came down to Spencer Pratt, reality TV show star. And after the first night of election, he was number 2 by a wide margin. And LA counts for the next 7 days. You could drop in your ballot on election day in a ballot box or mail it if it's postmarked that date. You're good to go. So they wait up to a week, and in doing so, Pratt has lost his position. He's pretty much at this point. It's close, but pretty much at this point, they're saying it's projected to be out of the elections come November. It's going to come down to Bass and Raman. So that's what's causing it again, it's the same thing from 2020, Steve, with the mail-in voting and the fact that they go so hard in the paint on it. That's the evidence of their, I don't know, ignorance and stupidity that they sell and is bought by so many people on the right and bought by so many conservatives. And
yes, and it's
frustrating.
Yeah, sorry. Yes,
no,
it's incredibly frustrating. This is the groundwork that they lay now and the seeds that they plant in June, so that in November, when it's really ramped up, they have that sow of doubt already there, depending on how they need a court case to go, whether or not it's midterms go how they want them to, right? Yeah. So it's and I think a lot in Trump's mind, he feels like he could have gotten away with it in 2020, 21 if the public sentiment was stronger than like the way it is now, where people are like, we're not actually, again, screaming from the rooftops about Trump 2028 hats being made. Like the fact that's even a thing is just crazy. So I think part of him thinks like, if I just had that kind of that swell of that base of support then that I do now, it would have worked. And if, he had Vance instead of Pence. Right. So, which is, I think, absolutely true. But that's the scary part.
The scary part is that this is also going to work here. I'm not saying we're going to have a January 6th like situation in LA, but people just, I guess they all think, I don't know at what point, I'm not a historian, but I don't know at what point in our history that one of our big elections took place on one day and ended on one day, right? Like, if you look at the 1700s into the early 1800s, like the election day was a month. Makes sense. You got to get into town. You got to this and that. Take the horse and wagon in there. But the fact that it would take 7 days, and Los Angeles has a very thorough vetting process versus what people have been saying. There's the movement to hey, conservatives just drive to California and vote. They don't ask for IDs. Vote for Spencer Pratt, which was hilarious, and that they would admit that voter fraud on camera. But it's just it's that we're in that age, right, where someone you just gotta have that hunch. Well, I think there's voter fraud. Why? Why did it take so long?
Well, yes, and when the president is legitimizing all of these kinds of claims and pounding the table about all these things and making it sound like back when the day when the president was supposed to be a model for how the government should be and all that kind of stuff, now it's that gives credence to these crazy ideas. And this kind of comes back to what we talked about on Friday a little bit, where that side of the aisle plants that seed with the intention of being able to say later on, hey, we're gonna be able to say fraud or things are taking too long. At the end of the day, you explained very easily why this isn't an issue. Mm-hmm. California allows you to, or Los Angeles allows you to vote with a postmarked ballot until the day of election day. So that means the Pony Express is going to take a few days from Tuesday of election day to, I don't know, give it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then they got to count. And then, there's a gajillion people in that damn city. So they might have to do a recount or two or be thorough enough. Yeah. 7 days is like for, I don't know, 1.5 million, 2 million people. That's not that bad of honestly, of doing the math.
No, especially considering, I'm sure post offices everywhere, a little less funding, a little less money these days. So who knows, a little less hands on that Pony Express. And then just the simple notion, and we generalize here. We're not a deep dive political show, but in general, you blue folks are most likely to vote by mail or other means because they're more adaptive, I think, and more forward looking versus the boomers who are like, in my day, we drove down and waited 19 hours on a we had to take time off from work and not get paid. And then the Republicans have tried to create this, this atmosphere of doubt around the mail-in ballots,
Yes. Yep.
And so they're being served their own medicine here. And it's
right. Yeah. Trump wants to get rid of mail-in voting while he voted for himself via mail-in ballot. You can't. You can't. There's no logic to it, Ken. It's an argument of convenience, not an argument of logic or meaning.
Yeah, as Narcolepsy said, there's no logic at this point. Remember, they will simultaneously say stop the count and start the count. Yes, as we said before, that election.
What are the great memes of that election, though?
Yeah,
stop the count was a great meme to come out of that.
Yeah, exactly. That election's rigged, except for the four people that we wanted to win.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The Kraken, all the lawsuits afterwards. But they giving us the stop the count was great because now every time, like every first quarter of an Eagles game thread online or on Blue Sky, it's like as soon as they score, it's like stop the count. Like every time your team scores first, you're like, okay, we want to stop. No more. We're ending it right here.
Ending it right here. Anyways, the bottom line is Spencer Pratt will not be the mayor of Los Angeles, which I, for a second, thought that I wouldn't say I thought it was a realistic possibility. Even going into the election, there's a lot of Pratt signs around town. And I had to drive to over through Beverly Hills to get to Century City. And that's a very rich part of town, Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. A lot of Pratt signs. And I thought, oh no, because people they look at the surface, I don't know about them fires. The mayor must have done something wrong and a lot of homeless. Instead of addressing the issue, I'm just going to say I don't like it. And that's going to fall on the leader. Our city council or the LA City Council is more in control of the city than the mayor. It's not a New York or Mamdani situation. Right. City council is really powerful here. But I thought there was a chance. I was worried those last couple of days, but I'm not worried anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah. Beverly Hills is it LA too, officially. That's all. Pratt campaigned a lot there too. Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Its own city. Its own mayor.
Well, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness for that. And thank you for the sponsors of our show tonight. That's right. We have some friends doing some great work, and we want you to check it out. Shock City by Aaron Alexovich is out there. Check it out wherever you get your books, or walk into your local comic shop and ask if they have it. Shock City Punks by Aaron Alexovich. And if they don't, say, would you do me a favor? Maybe order me a copy. And they might do that and get more there along the way. Also, you can check out Adam Knight, our buddy Adam Knight's often in chat here. His Overdrive series is out there. Series. It's a trilogy of books. Check it out. It's about a modern Joe, modern day nightclub bouncer battling street gangs, corrupt officials, body image, and crippling debt while learning to live life in overdrive. That resonates with me. So check out Adam Knight's Overdrive series or Shock City by our buddy Aaron Alexovich. Also, check out down below the motion picture in progress, The Arbiters by Phil Svitek. Talking too fast today. That's a problem. Check out Arbiters. They sponsored the show in May, and we continue to highlight them here. Coming up on the show, Steve, we do have, it's Advice Monday, so I need some advice calls. So if you want to call on a show, or you just, hey, you got a call for advice, in chat, you don't have to call in. And also, we are right now going to unveil, or in a little bit, well, it's 5:30, right? Is it 5:30? Yeah. We'll unveil our voicemail calls of the day, and we'll tell you more about the most voicemail box. We should welcome back. We got a caller tonight. I don't know if she has advice, but she's back, and people have been wondering if she is back. And she's back. I'm thinking she's back. It is Dr. Addie.
Back, Jack.
Professor Addie, how are you doing? Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ken. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you solidly, wonderfully, great.
Okay.
All those good things. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Right.
I am back. I'm happy mostly to be back.
Okay.
But it's been a long 2 weeks. So
Sure. I get
that. I'm here to regale you with some travel tales.
Okay. Is this we got a slideshow? Do we got pictures?
No,
Okay.
no, because I was driving, so there are no pictures.
All right. So what are the highlights of the trip?
So for those of you who don't know or haven't been in the know, my mother had a pulmonary embolism about 2 weeks ago. You guys should see the pictures. I have avoided posting them in Discord for anybody who is squeamish, but one of the blood clots they took out of her lungs was 6 inches long. So she is very lucky to be alive. As one of my coworkers said today, she must have an army of guardian angels looking out for her. So she is home. She is doing better every day. The biggest worry right now is that all of the stress on her lungs also damaged her heart, but we won't know that for a bit of time. So yeah, I was at home for the past 2 weeks where I should have been.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
Taking care of her. She said I was the best nurse and short order cook a girl could ask for.
Love it. Where is she at now? What's the feeling like today?
She's feeling good. She's feeling good. When I left yesterday, she was very much, I could tell every day she got a little bit more back to her old self. She was joking more. She was, playing around sort of. My mother likes to take the shit out of people. And she was doing more of that with every day. I also successfully turned her into a Rays fan. So there's that in my favor.
Did you turn her into a Rays fan, or was she just kind of held captive while the Rays were on TV and you were like, you're going to watch that?
On Saturday night, she informed my dad that he needed to buy a subscription to Rays TV so that she could watch the Rays. And she's watching the game right now. I've been texting her.
There you go.
So,
okay.
I'm sure my dad, who is a Cincinnati Reds fan, loves this.
I'm sure. I'm sure. The Tampa Bay Cincinnati Rabbit. Well, we're, as always, and as we have been sending out well wishes to you and your mom and your family. That's a good news ending. At least she's on the road to recovery.
And I want to also I'm very grateful for this community. Several people reached out throughout the past 2 weeks to check in on her, to check in on me, you know,
Good.
all of that. So I'm very grateful to you all. But travel tales. First of all, you were talking about horses and buggies earlier. I saw 2 Amish horses and buggies while driving.
Okay. Did you run them off the road? What'd you do? How'd you act?
They were not on the interstate, so I just saw them sort of in passing. That was fun. I saw beautiful upstate New York. I drove through the city of the working man, Buffalo, New York. Almost stopped to say hi to Josh Allen, but I had a schedule to keep.
He doesn't live there. He doesn't live there.
But yeah, it was a very nice drive. It was a very long drive, very contemplative drive. 13 and a half hours going, 14 hours coming home.
That's a lot.
But I would like to espouse to you all tonight the beauty of the Travel Plaza. Are you aware of the Travel Plaza?
I'm
like a truck stop?
Yeah. Like what? Like a Love's?
Like no
Blimpies?
Like a truck stop.
A pilot?
If it was
Right.
if it was well kept and full of fast food restaurants.
Yeah. Yeah, like a Pilot's or a Love's or a Blimpies or a God, what is that one in Arizona I go to? Yeah. It's great. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm familiar with them.
In the Northeast, they call them service plazas or travel plazas. And they're basically like there's a gas station, like a Mobil or Sunoco or a Gulf. And then there for all of mine, there was usually a Starbucks, which came in handy. Some sort of fast food, Burger King, McDonald's, etc. Some sort of convenience store. They were all called Apple Green. And then just like it was one-stop shopping. When I left the state of New York, I missed the Travel Plaza because I could not get my gas, my bathroom break, and my food all in one go.
What do they not have them where you're at?
After New York State, it was like, okay, well, here's a rest stop, but I'm not gonna be able to get gas at the rest stop. All I can do is relieve myself, and now I'm gonna have to pull off the highway and drive 3 miles into the town where they make Welch's grape juice to buy gas. Yeah. Real story. Saw where they make Welch's grape juice.
Ethan's got the ones with the showers. Yeah. I'm not. By the way, I'm not like down.
But it's not like one thing. Like Pilot is Pilot. This is like
Pilot. A lot of pilots now have you get a Subway in there or a like that. But I know what you're talking about. That they're all up and down. They're all up and down here and all the way out to Arizona and Nevada. The
sounds like the outlet mall of truck
it's
stop.
The outlet mall of the road trip, Steve. That's exactly what it is. And it was beautiful because, like I said, I got into Ohio and I had to buy gas again, but I also needed to pee. And it was like I had to make 2 stops to make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No. There's a great one. This is why there's a great one on the way to the locations I sometimes have to drive to in Arizona. It's got like 6 restaurants inside, like 7 doors. You got to choose how to get in there. It's like a game, and gas station, everything. Yeah.
And the other great thing that I loved about it is that on the sign telling you what is at the Travel Plaza, it also informs you how far it is to the next Travel Plaza. So you can make an informed decision like, do I need to go to the restroom now or can I wait 23 miles? I think I can wait 23 miles. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. Old Hanson says, I believe the Travel Plazas are state run. Oh, that's the big difference. There's a state run.
My coworker thinks it has to do with the fact that they were on the interstate that was a toll road.
Yeah.
So they're maintained by the toll.
So the toll pays for it. Yeah. Is a Flying J. Oh, the Flying J is the other one too. Yeah. You get them showers in there. Yeah. No, I love road trips. Haven't had to take a big one for a while other than that Arizona trip last fall. And I love a good one-stop shop. I love getting some, that's freedom to get the food you want on the road. Just eating a cheeseburger in one hand, priced a lot less than Dodger Stadium, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah. It was just and the thing I like about it, like I understand that it's basically a truck stop on steroids, but like it's so much cleaner than a truck stop.
Well, depending on, there was a pilots or two in, well, whatever it was, the Flying J pilots in Tennessee. I didn't trust, but my favorite rest stops were in Tennessee. Oh, it's great. Flying J, yeah. So Vermont makes this New York State throughway stops are owned by state,
And that's what I was on. I was on the New York State Thruway.
Yeah, freeway.
Thruway.
No, freeway. You guys call them all turnpikes, interstates, throughways. They're freeways. The 101,
well, I think this
the 5,
is the throughway because it's the road through New York.
Yeah, no one wants to go through New York. Fly over it.
Listen, Ken. It's a lot. As someone who has now done this 2 different ways, it is a hell of a lot better than driving through Connecticut.
That seems tiny and scrunched up. We do have breaking news, Steve. Big boos for Trump during the national anthem. Will McLean confirms the initial reporting. Trump heavily booed during the national anthem. Oh, throughway is a pike. What the hell's a pike?
A toll road.
Careful.
He's gotcha. It's a toll road.
Yeah, they're called toll roads. You guys all got to come to California. We got it all figured out. Just come on out.
My only memory of
everyone, come on out.
Of driving through Pennsylvania and New York is just there's nothing on the sides of the road except for Roy Rogers. That's the only thing you have to eat if you're trying to drive through Pennsylvania and New York.
Amish. Yeah, two Amish people. I also drove through a lot of Indian nations.
A lot of New Mexico, Arizona. We'll do that. Oh, look at that. We got breaking news. We got FDT chants in Madison Square Garden.
I'm gonna mute my microphone.
Okay, Steve's gonna try to pull some clips for us here or pull some information. No, Detective McCrossy, you can't stay at my place. You guys come to California, you pay your way here.
But yeah, I saw signs for a lot of interesting things. Didn't stop because again, 14-hour drive. But I drove by Purgatory Chasm. I'm curious about who lives there and how long they have to live there for.
It's Vermont Mike for calling them turnpikes.
I drove by Niagara Falls.
I'd like to see that one day.
I drove by the original site of the Erie Canal. It's just on the side of the road, and I had questions about
placard. What
there was a sign, and then there were brick walls that were the original, like what do they call it? The locks for the Erie Canal. And I was like, why is this hillside where there is no water the former Erie? Like, I have questions regarding like the Army Corps of Engineers and the side of this road now.
That's one of those you get to the hotel and you like go down that rabbit hole of in the city. I did that Van Buren, Arkansas. I'd stopped there one night and now I know the history of Van Buren. I love traveling like that. So you had a good time. You got some travel tips for us. What did you eat at these travel plazas? You got the Starbucks. I know you got that, but what with all those choices in front of you, where do you go?
I sadly did not. I am not an adventurous road trip eater because that can turn into a disaster.
I agree. Stay in the lanes.
And those travel plazas are nice, but still.
Still a road game.
Still a road game. So I stuck to things that I figured would be safe and gentle, and I ate a lot of egg sandwiches from Starbucks.
That's not safe and gentle. Oh no.
Scrambled eggs are gentle on my tummy.
Scrambled eggs. Okay. That's different between scrambled an egg sandwich. Yeah. I'm thinking of like an egg salad sandwich.
Oh no.
Wrapped in plastic in an open air refrigerator. Yeah, no, thanks.
The classic bacon Gouda breakfast sandwich, Ken.
I mean, I love those. I love those wedge sandwiches. Oh my god. But yeah, that one's a close. That's not an away game. I try to avoid Starbucks when I can, but when I do stop, get myself a refresher and those breakfast sandwiches. They got a turkey bacon one. So good.
It was also one of those things where, since this was an emergency trip and not exactly something I planned for in the financial sense, I had money left on a Starbucks gift card and just ate with that the whole time.
That's the way to do it. Laserbolt says, every night I'm traveling, I try to stop at the best local Mexican restaurant I can find. Laserbolt. That's brave. We should.
I was just gonna say
we should salute Laser Bolt for that. That's good. Addie, I appreciate you sharing your journey here. We're seriously glad everything's okay with your mom. And that's insane. Some people are saying post the pictures in the Discord. Just I guess we could put the sensitivity warning over them. I can't look at that stuff. No.
They wanted to show me over breakfast one morning, Ken, and I was like, can we wait? Can we wait until
old folks like to do that?
Actively eating?
Yeah. Old folks like to do that. Old folks, I get a lot of detailed descriptions of medical problems of my parents. They just love to. I understand. They need to be heard, and I try to take it. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Steve knows that. But Addie, appreciate you. Take your time on science. No need to come back, as you know, until you're ready, until you got time, and then maybe we'll get some dating stories from you soon.
Yes. So no science until July because your girl has Thursday night plans. Nice. She's got to go see this movie about aliens and then another movie about aliens. Very odd, but they're both about aliens.
A lot of aliens.
But in the middle, she'll be back with some speed dating stories.
Ooh, that's a good tip. We're gonna help you make some determinations, help you go forward with the best options. This is gonna be great.
Or I can just tell you about losers. It's gonna be a win-win either way.
Slim pickings. Thank you, Addie. We're glad you're back.
Thank you, guys.
All right, go Rays. Go Rays. All right, what do we got, Steve? What do we got?
I can confirm booze. Holy hell. I think that's the loudest I've ever heard him booed, like in a public setting.
What was his reaction?
Yeah, technically, I mean, I can try to play it here. I've got it.
If you play it in your corner, if you play it,
it's just saying you're just gonna hear sound.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's see how this goes.
And bright stars.
He's laughing, by the way, as it's happening. They're showing him on screen. And now, as soon as he goes off the Jumbotron, the booze go away. And then later on, a chant begins. I don't want to play too much because I don't want to, Well,
Will McLean says he no-sold it.
Okay. Helicopter through my window. But no, he so as soon as they showed him on camera, then he started the salute. So he wasn't saluting from the start. He was only saluting as soon as he showed up, saw himself on camera.
Sure.
And he was standing next to his aspiring pro golf niece. His niece, who's an aspiring pro golfer. She's like I think she's college age. Right. So he was trying to, like hiding behind her in a sense of. So there was a 2-shot. You know what I mean? So it wasn't just him in the camera shot. So
and can we confirm?
They both started smirking more and more.
Yeah.
As
it hurts him
as the booze got louder.
It hurts him. He's no selling, but it hurts him. It hurts him down to his diapers, man. Mike, I agree. Says we need to have a love connection blathering staff for do that. As expected. So did we? I trust Brady's reporting, but did we get the FDT chants that going as well?
So those were not as loud over the broadcast as I could hear. I imagine that ABC may have tried to drown some of that out. I did not hear that in the short little clip I tried to listen to, but I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, this is what happens when you cozy up with a monster like this. Was my screen going a little wonky?
So your camera is fine. That just looks like a little bit of internet trippiness. It was doing it to me too. Okay. So your camera's quality still looks okay.
Camera quality's holding today.
Yeah,
I'm checking in on the live stream on the back end. Oh, wait. Am I still here? Am I still alive?
Yeah, we're all still good.
Oh, okay. Everything else on my other browser went kaput. Oh man. No, we're okay.
We're good here.
Okay, so Physics Buddy Joe, you said this today, and I need to know what you mean by it. You said this to the Force Center. I've been crispy today. What does that mean? Because I saw that in chat. And I was like, oh shit, something's wrong with my internet. I look crunchy. I think we got to come to an agreement on terms. I'm assuming now he means like crispy. I don't know about that. It's Advice Monday. I don't know if we have anyone here for advice, but I'm going to go through some of the super chats and we'll pull some from that. And then after that, we're going to play some voicemails that we got from the brand new Blathering voicemail box. Laserbolt sent that one there. Addie, thank you for 22 months as a member of the channel here. Mandalorian Jedi Scarlet Wolf says, thank you for creating this community. I love getting to see you all several times a week. It is a friend hang out there, especially in the chat. James Holmes in the UK. Let's make Laserbolt fly up into space. I agree with this. Surprise attack the aliens, Independence Day style. He was in that movie, right? If not, why not? Yeah, I'm not going to say Laserbolt's crazy like Randy Quaid, like in the character in the movie as the character or in real life. But that's what I would see. Can we fly? How far can we fly Laserbolt Cessnas? How high can we take them? That's one of the things I want to try.
Okay, first of all, why are we assuming that Laserbolt is the Randy Quaid character in Independence Day and not Harry Connick Jr. or Will Smith? I just want to posit that first.
Because I think Laserbolt's most likely to fly a Cessna than like an F-16.
Yeah.
Right? He's flying C-130s, I know, on his Friday night flights. But maybe that's what I'd like to see. We'll see. Okay, I like that.
Bushmaster. Yeah.
Bushmaster, indeed. The obscure essayist writes, hey, Ken, hope all is well. Public safety is a bit of an unorthodox career. So I was wondering, what got you into it in the first place? After working nearly 20 years in it, what inspired you to leave? Well, I wanted to leave the first year I worked in public safety. So how I got into that is I moved to Los Angeles in August of 1998. I transferred to a movie theater where I was working in my hometown, transferred the one down here. I was making $5-6 an hour. Repeating story of my life, wasn't quite making it. So my uncle, who had retired from the LAPD in 1995, but was on as a reserve, he did a total of, I think, 56 years in LAPD. He had become the security director of the Northridge Mall, and that was the mall that collapsed in the 94 earthquake and had been rebuilt and reopened in a grand fashion. And he said, come work for me. We pay $7 an hour. And I was like, oh, shit, let's do it. So when I was in 10th grade, I, for about a year, was trying to be a police officer. I thought that was going to be one of my goals in my life. And I've been talking to my uncle, like, how to do it. And then, like a lot of things in life, when I ask, hey, there's this thing I want to do, how do I do it? And the person goes, oh, you go take this college course. You go over here, get your degree in this and this. And no. I just wanted to ride around in the car and make siren sounds. That's all I wanted to do. Sorry. yeah. I don't know. There was you want schooling. Yeah. So I thought, okay, this might be a way in. Boring story short, my uncle loved kind of recruiting in a good way, like, hey, do something with your life. And most of the staff we worked with, despite the stereotypes of public safety, we had a very police-built public safety department, very, very, very large amount of arrests where that's not common. And we worked with police officers. We actually were in their cars. We did that. And so that caused a lot of the security people to go on to police agencies. And my uncle, that was his kind of the goal in life. And I say it in a good way. Like, I have issues, obviously, with law enforcement and everything now, but it just like, he was just like, hey, do something with your life. Don't waste your life. Do something. It's a good career. And he wanted me to take the test. He'd say all the time, take the test, take the LAPD test. I just didn't want to commit fully to it. And I thought I'd be eventually out of the mall, and I thought I'd be there 2 years. I stayed 17, and now I'm here with all of you. Steve, did I answer the question thoroughly?
I think so. I think that did a good job. We're glad you're here, Ken. We're glad it all worked out in the end, didn't it? I mean, I guess.
It did. I'll say this. I would have been a good police officer. And I do still believe in my heart there are good police officers, and I know a lot of them. I would have been a good one because I was very good at talking people down, getting people to come to agreement, not being the asshole until I needed the asshole. So I think I would have been. I got told many times we need officers like you versus the other brutes. But unfortunately, when you're around a bunch of brutes, you're like, yeah, this ain't the field for me. I don't want to be around these guys. So, Detective McCarcel says it certainly would be nice if becoming a cop required more education. Yeah, they get a lot. The LAPD Police Academy is pretty crazy. Like, it's pretty, if you hear what they go through, it's pretty crazy. The Las Vegas Metro's pretty crazy. They get a lot of training. I just wish wish you could teach people skills. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
That's actually what I'd say more than anything. Laserbolt reminds me, no half measures. That's right. Intentionality. That's one of my words of the month. We've been talking about and even said on Fort Center Day. All right, so I don't think we got any advice calls tonight. No one needs some advice. That's fine, right? Am I missing?
No advice.
No advice.
Everyone has their life. Their lives are figured out, Ken. They've got it all figured out. That means they're out there sinning, and they'll have shit to confess on Thursday. Hopefully.
Yeah, I know. We got one confession coming on Thursday from Chris Kiefer, so that's going to be good. All right, let's do it. We got some voicemails. Let's play.
Let's go to the voicemail. We need to click like little opening for this so that
we do.
Like, you know what I mean? I'll work on that. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen. Listening to this last episode on Saturday and all that talk about ice cream and other frozen treats brought a certain jingle to mind. So I'll ask you the question, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Look forward to your answer.
Thank you, Ethan. Thank you. This is a question about the Klondike bar. And I don't know if it's a hot take, Steve. What would I do for a Klondike bar? Not much anymore.
Yeah.
I love the concept of the Klondike bar. I think it tastes good. It's real simple, kind of a crunchy chocolate crust, vanilla on the center. I have never eaten one that hasn't ended up pretty much in my lap, all over my face.
Giggity. I don't like getting sticky, Ken, and I feel like it's impossible to eat a Klondike bar without getting sticky.
The best way to eat, you're 100% right, Steve. The best way to eat a Klondike bar is in a bowl. Just put it in a bowl and spoon that thing.
But then we're just eating ice cream. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and then I think that defeats what you're marketing me, right?
Right.
You're telling me
Klondike
this is
bar,
in your hands.
a Klondike bowl.
Klondike bowl. Vermont
I
Mike's
just don't
kind of
even
right
think
there.
it's an S-tier ice cream sandwich structure. Like the OG ice cream sandwich is a better apparatus for ice cream.
Love ice cream sandwiches.
The cookie sandwich is better, like the classic, what looks like 2 Chips Ahoy cookies in between some vanilla sandwich. I'd take that over a Klondike bar. The Choco Taco clears the Klondike bar for days. I don't know if that's in the same category. That might be a little adjacent.
What's that like? I know what the Choco Tacos are, but when you bite into a Choco Taco, what happens?
I have something akin to like a taste orgasm, but it's kind of like, it's
okay.
Crunch.
How does it make you do that?
Well, Ken, when a boy and an ice cream really love each other, they certain feelings start to happen. No, it's just a perfect mix of that crunch, the ice cream, the chocolate syrup, and then just a little bit of that kick of like, oh, it's the early 90s and it's hot and I'm getting food from the ice cream man.
Right. Structurally, does it hold up?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, the Choco Taco is a solid piece of infrastructure. You don't even need the sleeve. You can eat it sleeveless. You know what I mean? You can't. Okay. It's ice cream. You can't hold it in your hand all day. But it's yeah.
No. Okay. Good information. Ethan's here. He asked his own question. He was kind of taken aback that a lot of people that the Klondike bar is getting booed like Donald Trump at a Knicks game. What? I love a Klondike bar. You eat it while it's still in the foil like a burger in the paper. Yes, I just don't. I think that's a lie. Or there's something in the way I eat it, giggity, that just gets it all over everything. It is on my hands, my face, my beard, everything, and the foil almost gets in the way, and I have to, the foil almost becomes a bowl, and I have to spoon the rest of it out of the foil. Even, I just don't think it lasts long. The integrity of a Klondike bar does not last long.
It doesn't last, and the taste is not making up for those inconveniences. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's not doing anything crazy over here to like clear that level of I'm sorry. Yeah. The Klondike bar is just like, look, this is coming from Vanilla, Steve, who likes everything. You know what I mean? Like you would think Klondike would be, right up my alley, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, dude, I'll honestly, give me a Snickers bar that's been in the freezer for an hour. I'll take that over.
Or what about just the ice cream Snickers bars? Do you ever do that?
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know. I mean, that's fine, but
Leslie Walt says Klondike bars being too messy is a good problem to have. Yep. Old hand sauce is what kill younglings for a Klondike bar. Not a Klondike bar, but
no,
one of those. Yeah, chocolate maybe for Choco Taco, but those ice cream sandwiches that I had at California Adventure, I'm still chasing the high from. Yeah, I might have stepped over a kid, actually, quite frankly, to get one there. Great call from Ethan there, but that we might have another one from Ethan, and then we have one as well. We have 3, right?
Yeah, we have one more from Ethan, so let's see what else Ethan has to say.
Let's hit it.
Hey, gentlemen. I was wondering, with the recent success of 007 First Light, is there a movie franchise that you think deserves a shot at a AAA game that either hasn't gotten that chance yet or deserves a redo? And Ken, no Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would even answer Star Wars. I'm so continuously meh about Star Wars video games that it actually depresses me. I wish I liked them a little bit more. I'm trying to think. You go to those big franchises. I was going to say, Indiana Jones. I just know they released Great Circle. I've been struggling. I've been sampling that game at Taft's place, and it just doesn't vibe with me. It's not going well. It's not going well. If it was third person, we'd be good to go. Man, would you have one? I'm trying to think of a franchise. I might be stuck on franchise.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, luckily it's getting made, and that's Lord of the Rings. There's some great Lord of the Rings strategy games out there. They're a little bit older, but there's some really good ones. The Lord of the Rings movie tie-in games back when the movies came out on PS2 and Xbox were incredible. But there is a new open world RPG Lord of the Rings game in development now by Warhorse, who's very highly reputed for the Kingdom Come Deliverance series, which I love. So I'm very excited for that. So I'm kind of getting my answer, which would be give me Skyrim, but in Lord of the Rings. Give me Zelda, but in Lord of the Rings. That's what I want.
And correct me if I'm wrong, there are some good Lord of the Rings games like you're talking about. I remember the classic movie version ones. There's also been some epic failures, right? The Battlefront version of the game I bought once.
Oh yeah,
and gave it away.
Yep. Lord of the Rings
and then the
Conquest.
Gollum one didn't do good, right?
The Gollum one is regarded as one of like the worst video games ever made.
Yeah.
That came out a few years ago. So much that they're making a movie out of it. No, but there is a there's a bunch of not only just the movie games, but there were some really good like RTS games in the early 2000s, real time strategy games around Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings Online is still going 20 years later. So yeah, there's if you want to get into that world, it's there. But you know, we haven't gotten that big narrative RPG experience from that world that I think people really love. Like, you know, everyone's been dying, like I said, for a Skyrim or a Zelda type of game set in that world, and so people are really excited that we're getting.
I'm on board for that. I might be on board for literally the one you're talking about. I'll be keeping my eye out on that. Be what, PlayStation 7? When will it come out?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, they say it's the game that they're actively in development for. So I'd give it 2 to 3 more years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vermont Mike said something about Battlestar Galactica. It says it could have had a better game back in the day. I don't remember that game, but the rebooted series is one of my favorite things. So I think I could play in that world. I know there's been a few attempts at some Game of Thrones games, and there's a lot of like phone-based Game of Thrones games that I actually went down the rabbit hole on a few times. But same thing. If you, because for me, if it can't get to the level of Red Dead 2, I'm not interested. And where it's such a world to crawl around in. With Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, you have an established map, right? You have an established thing. It's both of those worlds are so big and they have so much thick lore. Like Star Wars, it's sometimes hard to find a little corner to play a video game character with in it that isn't going to completely seem too cheap and too removed from the main stuff or mess up the main stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I could still see a true Game of Thrones open world game. You got your map. I'm gonna go travel to the wall. It's like going to Valentin in Red Dead. I would like to see.
Right. The definitive, in my opinion, the definitive Game of Thrones video game experience are fan-made projects. There are mods for both Mountain Blade Bannerlord if you're looking for the action RPG-esque version of that. You can basically just be. It's actually great kind of. It is like that's like right up your alley as far as what that. I mean, it's a PC game, but it is literally like you can just be a Joe Schmo fighting in Robb Stark's army, and you're just a dude who carries a spear in the army, and you follow them around wherever the hell they go, and you might get shot one day, or you might end up leading your own company or whatever, right? And then there's also the Crusader Kings games, which have, those are one of the biggest fan-made projects really ever and big mod games. The Game of Thrones mod for that is basically Game of Thrones, the game. Like it's civilization, politics, intrigue, all Game of Thrones. Very cool.
I'll fire up the PC and make sure to use my mouse to get around.
Good luck.
Goddamn PC gamers. Killing me in Fortnite. By the way, the new season update's great.
Oh.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. We're back on, huh? Okay.
Come on, Steve.
All right.
Sell one of your kids. Sell one of your kids and come play Fortnite again.
Jeez.
All right.
Well, the price on them is probably going up. All right, we got one more voicemail from
one more voicemail.
Maybe this is the reveal of the pronunciation. It just might be.
Oh, is it Ingvia?
It's Ingvia.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Ingvia.
Ingvia.
Thank you.
There.
Okay, we're playing that one again. Hold on.
Play it.
Okay. Here we go. Ingvia. Thank you.
That's the greatest call.
You're right about one thing, Ken. We never got it right a single time. Not a once.
Okay, I wrote it down. Hold on. I wrote it down in my white man. Ingvia. Ingvia. That's the greatest call. Can we get a sound drop of that? Steve, can you clip that out?
Yeah.
And let's have that on. Let's have that on. This is why, and first of all, Ethan, 2 great calls from Ethan. He's making great use of the voicemail box. And this is why we created it. Because Ingvia cannot call in all the time, right? Or has not called in before. Probably because he does not want to hear me say his name wrong live on the air. But this is what it's for. So we want you all to call in and have fun with the voicemail box. We'll do these kind of whenever. I was saying Thursdays or Saturdays, but whenever we have a good chunk of them, we'll play them. Be good, yeah?
Ingvia.
Ingvia. It's great. It's great. I got to get that on my board. I'll have you send that to me. It'll just be on the board. It'll right be
peace and love. Peace and love.
Ingvia. That's how it's going to work.
Ingvia.
Great. Well, now I have no excuse anymore.
You don't.
I still defend my use of Ingvia related to Brandon Inge, Major League Baseball player.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah.
I'm just, again, I don't know anything. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say if we put
Ingvia
next to Brandon Inge,
yeah,
I bet you I'm going to be able to tell them apart in a lineup pretty easily. That's just my opinion.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Go Tigers. Just laser ball. He was a Tiger. So to do that, this is the website. It's in the chat right now. Theblathering.live is where you go. And if you're a channel member or Patreon supporter, you have a separate link that's posted. I can't always pin them because I also have the call-in links for the show pinned. So save it. Just clip it. Save, bookmark the website. Wherever you are, just go ahead and call in, leave us a question, a comment, do something like that. Ingvia says, okay, I'm embarrassed now. You're not embarrassed. You got a home run call, and you got a clip.
You're a star.
You're going to be a clip for the rest of your life. Yeah. You're going to be a clip on this show. It's like a Wanger thing.
Yeah, it's a badge of honor.
Ingvia.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Ingvia. I got to learn to say it faster because then I sound extra white. If I'm like, Ingvia. Like he's saying it. He's saying it to try to be like,
here you go, dumb old white man.
Yeah. So I went the other day. I went to a King Taco to get me and Taffeta some dinner, and I go into the King Taco. It's a Friday night, and great food. Love King Tacos. I say hi to the security guard at the front, and I walk in, and I'm the only white guy there, right? But I want to point out, so many other folks were represented. It was a very diverse restaurant lobby, but I was the only white guy. And so I ordered my food, and I'm waiting, and my number was 231. 231 was my order number. And they're calling all the numbers out. And they're like, 233, and they're just going through. And I'm like, oh, I got it. So I look up how to say it. I look up how to say 231. You know, I'm like, okay, 200.
You're holding up your phone, like hoping it'll like, like an Uber driver.
231. I'm waiting to hear that. And then all of a sudden it comes over 231. I'm like, oh, they knew I was the white guy.
They knew. They knew.
So embarrassed, but also I was like, yeah, but I was so affable. I was over the top white, you know? Like, I was just like, hi, thank you. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night, y'all. I'd like to order one Harmica. It was great. It was great. But the food is great. And I had a great quesadilla. It was good times. All right. I think that. Inge ve. Scarlet Wolf. Okay, but Scarlet Wolf has pronounced the G more like an H. And he's not doing that. Inge.
There's a little bit of in there.
Yeah, see now I sound like I'm
speaking Yiddish.
You know, like I'm condescending. You know, like I'm condescending, white, like I'm a Karen. Is it Inge? Now I just sound like an asshole. Number 231.
Inge Bea.
It's the greatest call ever. You guys are the best. I'm not grouchy anymore. Become a channel member, become a Patreon supporter. You get that link. I'll take 50. I'll take 50 of these voicemails. We'll go. Also, don't forget the enshittification episode is happening in late June, we determined, right? No. When did we determine that? I wrote it down. Where's my calendar?
Yeah, like the 25th sounds right.
25th.
Either the 18th or the 25th. One of those June days.
And also, I noticed my internet's failing just a little bit. Just a little bit on the other side. All right. I didn't solve all my problems at once tonight. I almost got there.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Yeah. So check it out. The enshittification episode. We're all going to, get to call in or voicemail in, comment in something that used to work, something used to be good, something used to be of quality that is no longer because of the great enshittification of all things. There you go. We're going to leave it at that. Big lead for the San Antonio Spurs. That's what we wanted. That's what we need. FDT. Thanks for everyone calling in. Thanks for Addie calling in and sharing her travel tips. Glad Addie's back. Dating stories soon. Science later. That's it for now. We'll see you all here on the Blathering Live. Bye.
Inge Bea.